All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We are talking about the Seattle Seahawks in tonight's video. Unfortunately, after starting 3-0, the Seattle Seahawks have now lost their last 3 games. Difficult opponent this upcoming Sunday against the Atlanta Falcons with Captain Kirk Cousins. 2 of their last 3 losses, however, are against Super Bowl contending teams in the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. And in between there was the stinker against the New York Giants. They had no business losing to the New York Giants, but they did, and now Seattle is sitting here at 3-3. Now, even though they lost to San Francisco 1 week ago or a week and a half ago, that division is still very much up for grabs, and there are just a lot of little things, whether it's penalties or just simple offensive/defensive line injuries. There are a lot of reasons to be excited about the second half Seattle Seahawks regular season, and they just need to bounce back. They just need a win right here. If you win against Atlanta this weekend, order will be officially restored. So folks, welcome back to the channel. Obviously, we're talking about the Seattle Seahawks in tonight's video, but before we do, if you guys enjoy, hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video. More on that in a few minutes. But Seahawks fans, love you guys so much. If you try and get this video to 150 likes, folks, that would mean the absolute world to me. So what's weird is this. First off, I love the fact that the NFC West is so up for grabs right now, but Seattle needs to get on another winning streak. Next 2 games, Atlanta Falcons, Buffalo Bills, not easy. It's not going to be easy. Everything Seattle gets this season is going to be deserved. But watching this team at times has been infuriating. And I'm not talking about defensive injuries or just defensive inconsistencies. That's infuriating, but given all the injuries they have on the defensive side, it's something that I think will be fixed relatively soon. Run the damn ball. Like, literally, run the damn ball. The Seattle Seahawks are last in the league in percentage of plays running the ball at 31.6. Folks, that's the second lowest percentage of any team in the last 20 freaking years. After carrying the ball 20 times in Seattle's season opening win, Kenneth Walker III has averaged a whopping 10 carries per game. 19 yards on 5 carries in Week 5 loss to the New York Giants. No way, shape, or form should that ever happen again. Ryan Grubb blamed himself for the lack of attempts, and then last Thursday, we saw Ken run 14 times for 32 yards, and his longest carry was 8 freaking yards. So despite all of those statistics in the last 2 games and missing 2 games because of an injury, he's tied for 5th in the league in rushing touchdowns with 5. There is no reason Ken Walker should be getting 5 carries in a football game. There's no reason he should be getting 14 carries in a football game. He is a freaking stud. He is a playmaker. He is a difference maker. He is a game changer. And when we pair him up with Zach Charbonnet, who can do a little bit of everything, I just don't know why the statistics are the way they are. I'm watching this game, and let's get into it because this is just so annoying. There needs to be more balance, okay? Seattle ranks dead last in play action drop back rate. It's a predictable offense right now. They're probably throwing the football. Geno Smith is on pace to throw for over 5,000 yards. But unfortunately, he has as many interceptions as he does touchdowns. So it's all right, guys, before we get back into the video here, shout out to BetUS for sponsoring it. I was just scrolling through their site here and I saw this. The Seattle Seahawks to make the playoffs plus 215? Are you serious? The Seattle Seahawks are certainly making the playoffs, at least in my opinion. But folks, keep in mind, BetUS is doing 150% bonus on your first deposit, and then you also get 125% on your next 2. If that interests you, use code YouTube150. But let me know down below, are the Seahawks making the playoffs or am I tweaking here? Thank you. Let's get back to the video. We're in this weird phase right now where Geno is throwing a ton. He has almost 1,800 total passing yards through 6 weeks, and he's got 6 interceptions. And folks, like, we'll use that San Francisco game where he threw 2 picks. If I'm throwing the football 52 times in a football game, no matter what the score is, you're going to most likely throw an interception. If you're throwing the ball 52 times in a football game, win or lose, number 1 pick or the last pick in the draft, 10-year veteran or a rookie debut, if you throw the ball 52 times in a football game, you're probably making a mistake, or you're probably going to get a bounce that didn't go your way, and that's probably going to translate into an interception. So I can live with interceptions. But the 2 picks, 52 passing attempts, they just go hand in hand. There's no reason that was Zach Charbonnet, Geno Smith, or Kenneth Walker, that you should be throwing the football 52 times in a game unless you're down severely. And Seattle was only down 3-0 after the first quarter. I need them to run the football. Geno leads the league with 277 dropbacks, all right? He's averaging 46.1 per game. No quarterback, folks, in the NFL has more than 251 dropbacks. Fewer than half of the league starter actually have less than 200. So the only qualifying quarterbacks to average more than 46 dropbacks over a season, minimum 6-game sample size, since 2000, Matt Stafford in 2012 and Andrew Luck in 2015. So we need more bounce. We need way more bounce. But at the same time, they're shooting themselves in the foot. And context does matter here. Like, if there's a pre-snap penalty, or if there's any penalty, pre or post-snap, doesn't matter, and I'm giving myself 2nd and 10, 2nd and 15, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 20, yeah, you're going to have to throw the football. If you get a false start right away, if you're right tackle, false starts, now it's 1st and 15, incompletion. Now it's 2nd and 15. Incompletion, 1-yard run. Now it's 3rd and 14. Like, it's just not sustainable. So Seattle's offense is currently among leaders in penalties and penalty EPA. Also, 4 of Seattle's 5 starters up front have allowed multiple sacks. Left tackle Charles Cross, only 1 sack allowed. Right tackle Abraham Lucas was supposed to be back by now. We have no firm update of what is going on there. Stone Forsythe, the 3rd-string right tackle, is doing as much as he can, but it's just not. It hasn't been good. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because you're going up against Atlanta right now, and I really, really, really like Atlanta's offense. So it's going to be a fun matchup between Seattle's secondary, Seattle's defense in general, as depleted as it may be. I'm going up against Captain Kirk Cousins, Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier, Darnell Mooney, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, a really good offensive line. It's going to be a really interesting game. But what Seattle hopefully does is run the football, and hopefully they have a little bit more efficiency throwing the football as well, just offensively in general. Because, one thing I keep noticing anytime I'm watching the Atlanta Falcons right now is how little they're able to get to the quarterback. I just made a Falcons video a couple of days ago. It's a really bad rate. They are not hitting the quarterback. They're not getting to the quarterback. They're not taking him down. They're not doing too much defensive pressure-wise. They need another edge rusher. Matthew Judon got off to a hot start, but he's been, very much limited in the last couple of games as far as production goes. So I'm really curious how Seattle's offensive line is going to go up against the Falcons' defensive line, and I'm really curious how this Seattle Seahawks defense plays against a red-hot Falcons offense. So it's going to be a really good football game. It's not necessarily like a must-win scenario, but I do not want to be 3-4 heading back home and taking on the Buffalo Bills with Josh Allen and that defense. It's just not a situation I want to be in. So a win here can flip the whole script back in the Seattle Seahawks' favor. That's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video. Guys, give me a score prediction for Seattle's Sunday game against Atlanta down below, and we will see you soon. Peace.